When you step through the door after a long day, your dog greets you with a tail wagging like an industrial fan on high speed, those big, sparkling eyes locked right on you, not begging for a treat, but basically screaming, "Finally! I missed you so much I almost cried!" Unlike cats, who often look at you like, "Yeah, you're bigger, but don't get in my way," dogs know perfectly well you're not one of them. They see you as their personal superhero with fur privileges, their ultimate safe haven, just like a scared toddler running straight into mom or dad's arms. And in those eyes, there's a mix of pure adoration and just a tiny bit of adorable scheming that turns even the worst days into something warm and worthwhile. You're not a big dog, you're mom or dad and their emotional anchor. Research from the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna has shown time and again that dogs form what scientists call a secure base effect with their human caregivers, exactly the same pattern seen in human infants with their parents. In experiments, when dogs face something new or scary, like a strange object or an unfamiliar situation, they look back to you for reassurance, explore more bravely when you're nearby, and calm down faster in your presence. If you leave the room, their confidence drops. A stranger simply can't provide the same comfort. This isn't pack behavior, it's attachment behavior. To your dog, you're not one of the gang. You're the one safe place in their whole short life, the person who makes the world feel okay again. The sweet puppy eyes scam is evolutionary genius at work. That heart-melting gaze you can't resist, it's the result of thousands of years of coevolution. Dogs developed a unique facial muscle called AU101, the levator anguli oculi medialis, around their inner eyebrows, something wolves almost never have in a functional form. This tiny muscle lets them raise their brows and show more white around the eyes, creating that classic wide-eyed, innocent, "please love me" expression. Studies show dogs use this look more when humans are watching, and the more they do it, the more attention and treats they get. When those eyes meet yours, both your oxytocin levels, the love and bonding hormone, rise together, forging an instant chemical connection similar to what happens between a mother and her newborn. In other words, they've spent millennia perfecting a way to push every emotional button you have. Surrender is the only logical response. Just toss the extra treat and enjoy the guilt trip. They smell your sadness before you even realize you're sad. Your dog's nose is an incredibly sensitive chemical radar. It detects tiny shifts in your body chemistry, elevated cortisol when you're stressed, changing pheromones when you're sad or anxious, even oxytocin spikes when you're happy. Scientific tests have proven dogs can distinguish these scent differences with remarkable accuracy, often reacting before you consciously register your own mood. So when you're sitting quietly, feeling low, and your dog silently pads over, rests their warm head on your lap, or simply lies beside you without demanding anything, it's not coincidence. They're reading your invisible emotional signals and choosing to stay close, offering quiet companionship like the most loyal, non-judgmental friend you could ever have. The tail wag isn't just happy flapping, it's a living emoji with real meaning. We used to think every tail wag meant happy dog, but Italian researchers discovered there's nuance. When a dog wags its tail more to the right, from your perspective facing them, it usually signals positive feelings, excitement, friendliness, come closer. When it biases to the left, it often means unease, anxiety, or caution. Something feels off. Other dogs can read this asymmetry too. They get more relaxed around right-wagging tails and more tense around left-wagging ones. So that enthusiastic, chaotic wag when you walk in, probably a full right-sided "I love you more than anything" celebration. Next time you see a subtle left lean, give them an extra reassuring scratch. They're telling you something important in their own quiet language. Their heartbeat syncs with yours, sometimes from empathy, sometimes from pure snack anticipation. One of the most touching discoveries in recent years is cardiac synchronization. When you and your dog spend calm, affectionate time together, petting, playing quietly, or just relaxing, your heart rates and heart rate variability start to align. It's a physiological sign of deep emotional attunement. Your calm soothes them. Their presence calms you. Of course, let's be real, sometimes their heart suddenly races because they heard the treat bag crinkle or smelled the chicken in the fridge. Either way, they're tuned to you on a level most people never experience with another being. They mirror your emotions, reflect your state, and remind you every day that you matter more than words can say. Dogs may not understand every sentence you speak, but they catch every sigh, every tense shoulder, every soft smile. To them, you're not just the person who feeds them, they're the center of their universe, the brightest light in their brief 10 to 15 years of life. Love them a little more fiercely, give them one extra belly rub, sneak them one more bite, because in their eyes, you really are everything. And if your dog pulls these same heart-tugging stunts, drop your story below. We could all use a few more tales of four-legged love and shameless puppy eye manipulation.